Morning, guys. Uh, this morning's video, I'm going to be talking about how I'm learning, and you can learn as well, how to detach from negativity. And what I mean by that is that basically, a lot of times it's hard for us, especially those who are, I guess, what you'd call an empath, a person who really feels things deeply, a person who really gets involved with those that we love or care about, the things that's going on with them. It's hard sometimes to learn how to detach from what they're going through, to not let it affect you. And so that's kind of what I want to talk about today. I had to learn some years ago that some people, well, what I had to learn was that sometimes people are dealing with things that have nothing to do with you, is what I'm trying to say. But like I say, because you're close to them, or because you're the type of person that you are, because you're caring and kind and everything, you'll let that stuff affect you. And then also, it's sort of a thing that when you encounter people, and especially when you encounter negativity, which is usually what we encounter. There's not a lot of people going around singing and picking daisies and roses all day long. It's usually just our encounters with people a lot of times are kind of negative, And that is even if you are having a great day, a great morning, whatever, somewhere along the way, you're going to run into some negativity or a negative person or something like that. And you have to realize that you have to realize how not to let them put their stuff on you, is what I'm trying to say. This is what I had to learn the hard way. Well, I don't really want to say the hard way. It was just a life lesson that I had to learn how to, as I just said, not let other people put their stuff on you. Now, here's a quick example. A lot of times, especially, well, it can happen all through the day, but I know the mornings for me, I'm not going to say I'm not a morning person, but I would rather be quiet in the morning. I would rather not do a lot of talking. And I mean, because for me, my brain isn't even up. I'm trying to think about what I need to do, think about the day. I would rather go somewhere and listen to some kind of music or something, to meditation, something to kind of get myself together. And I've been like that really for a lot of years. I would rather, like I say, listen to something calming or peaceful or something like this, instead of doing a bunch of talking or even, listening to a lot of stuff, from other people. So there was this one morning that, I don't know, I have no idea why I always remember this. And I think I have used this scenario in another video, but bottom line, I went to a little gas station one morning. Bottom line, the clerk was just she was really having a bad morning. Don't know what happened to her in her life or whatever, but her disposition was just like, and I just remembered how ugly and rude and nasty she was, and I don't remember if it was from then or what, but somewhere along the line, like I say, my spirit had to let me know that don't let her affect your whole day. Don't let her put her stuff on, because you never know what happened to her. She might have got some bad news. Something might have happened to her where she may be getting put out of her apartment. I mean, all kinds of things may be going on in her life right now, and like I say, bottom line to what I'm saying is that we really need to learn how to detach from that. I mean, people have had so many traumas in their life that you just don't know. I mean, you may meet a person who has seen death with their eyes, more than one death, who has, I mean, their parents could have got killed in front of them. They may have seen somebody get drowned. They may have, I mean, it's all kinds of tragedies in this life that affect people and cause them to be the way that they are. You have a lot of people that are just high strung. They are just emotional. They can't handle anything. They scream, they yell, they can't communicate. They get angry, they get violent, and a lot of times these are things that have come from traumas in the childhood, and if not the childhood, somewhere along the growing up process. A lot of things have happened that people have not been able to cope with. A lot of times people are not able to go and get counseling. You know what I'm saying? Perfect example, I notice in a lot of times in let's just say school, when there's school violence, a lot of times I notice the more upscale the school, or the more there may be white children and so forth, or white children with money, there's going to be counseling. There's going to be people coming in, special people coming in. Whereas if there is something that's going on in the inner city, it just kind of just continues. There's no counseling. I'm sure if the student or something may want to talk to the nurse or the counselor, whatever, I guess they can, but there's not special people brought in. There's not some big deal made about the trauma that happened at the school. It's just kind of like, they see that all the time. They're used to it, and so things go unchecked and they go unhealed and unfixed. And there's a lot of people like that there's a lot of people like that in life that we deal with that are unfixed, unhealed, and unchecked, because the bottom line is that you never know what it is or what it was that have caused somebody to be the way that they are, as emotional, as hyperactive, as traumatized, as not being able to handle something as somebody else. There are some things that people go through in life that some people just can't handle. They just freak out. They can't deal with it. Whereas other people are like, that's not nothing. It's nothing, And so, like I'm saying, the bottom line is, when you deal with that, or when you encounter those kind of things, you need to know how to deal with it, but also you need to know how to detach yourself and realize that you can still love them. You can still have them in your life. You can still help them. You can still be close to them and all that without letting their stuff get on you and affect you. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't love them. A lot of times people will feel that way or what have you, but you can deal with people and situations without letting it tear your life apart, because you don't need two people running around, a mess. Somebody needs to be a stable voice, a clear head. If everybody is in a burning house and everybody's screaming and panicking and we're going from room to room to room, nobody's going to get out of the house. Somebody needs to be a clear voice to say everybody needs to gather here. Everybody needs to get out of the house, nearest window, nearest exit, or what have you, so that people can be safe and hopefully lives will be saved. So That's just really, I mean, that really sums it up. It wasn't going to be a long video. We need to realize that people have gone through all kinds of traumas in their life. We need to also realize how we can help, love, protect, be there, and all that. Listen to those people without, like I say, us getting frantic, us getting afraid, us getting, letting them dump their stuff on us. We need to know how to detach from that and the importance of detaching from that. Because, like I say, if somebody's having a bad day or a bad experience or something like that in life, and you're doing good and fine and you're looking forward to the future and everything, you don't want to allow them, their fears or negativity. Here's another great example of what I'm talking about. Say you want to travel. Say you are trying to take a trip somewhere. Say you're trying to get to a beautiful tropical island. And you've thought about this and you've made plans and you want to do this for whatever your own personal reasons are, to get away, to just go do it, to live there, to whatever your own personal reasons in life that you want to go and do this. But yet, as usually is the case, though, truly, you have people in your life who are fearful. They might be too scared to fly, and that's really the only way you're going to get across the ocean to get to this tropical island is to fly. So you have all these people. Oh, if the plane crash and this and that, and there's airplane pilots who have mental issues and they drink, and what if they smoke cocaine? All of this stuff. So they're scared. They will scare you about the flight. What if the plane drops into the ocean? When you get over there, you don't know those people. You don't know the food. You don't know the language. You don't know the culture. You don't know anything about them. What if they kill you? What if they hurt you? What if they chop your body up and throw you into the woods? What else? What if you get over there and you can't afford to live? What if you get over there and you lose your passport? What if you get over there and can't get back? What if you get over there and somebody in your family dies and you need to get back quick or so? There's all kinds of scenarios. Anything can happen at any time, any place, any hour and second of the day. So you can't live your life on what if. You can't live your life on what if. There are going to be people that is going to, usually you're going to hear the bad, the negative, the unfair, the unjust, the reasons why not. You're going to hear all of this. But as I'm saying, you need to know that the people that are telling you these things, maybe they were in an airplane crash. Maybe they survived. Maybe they were in a plane that had some bad turbulence to where they thought they was going to die. Maybe they have heard horror stories of planes and things like this to where they're too afraid. Maybe they've had personal encounters with people in that culture or of that particular race group or whatever where it wasn't positive, and so they have negative thoughts and ideas about them, and they're putting that on you. But like I say, the thing that you need to know and realize is that their experiences are not yours. You know what I'm saying? This is something that you want to do. This is something that you have dreamed about doing, something that you love. And I'm just using this as an example. But it goes for any area in life. And, so the bottom line is you need to know how to hear what they're saying, listen to and acknowledge what they're saying. Give some credence to it because, yeah, you're right. The plane could drop into the ocean, but the plane could also make it across. The people over there might not speak English and eat what I eat and whatever. And I might meet some great, wonderful people that I'm able to communicate with in other ways. I may find somebody else who is able to help us all communicate. I might be able to learn these new foods and enjoy these new foods and exotic fruits and vegetables and things that I've never had before. And I may love it. You know, I might find a new hobby, a new, the women might have a whole bunch of things that they do that are new and different, dances and everything that I might learn. You know what I'm saying? So, bottom line is that, yeah, it could be all that what if, bad, horrible, whatever. And the ones who are telling me all that stuff have their own personal reasons for telling me that. Sometimes people just tell you stuff just because they just don't want you to enjoy yourself. Maybe they're mad because they can't do it, or maybe they don't want to do it, but they don't want you to do it either. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they just, for whatever reason, just like to spew negativity. They just want to tell you, you know. But the bottom line is, like I say, you need to learn how to detach. You know, I hear you. I understand what you're saying, but I'm going to do this. And you don't let them take you off of your path, because that might be a part of your destiny to go to this tropical island. It might be a part of, you don't know what new adventures and new paths that you going here might take to open up for you to go to other things and experience other things, So you can't let negativity stop you. You can't let other people's craziness and other people's, because like I say, there's some people that just are emotional basket cases. They cannot deal with really almost anything. They start screaming, they start yelling, they start, and like I say, you have to know and learn and understand how to keep and maintain your peace so that their stuff does not get on you. And that's the main thing of this video, is you realize when it's somebody else's stuff and when it's your stuff. Is that your problem? Do you have a fear of flying? Do you have, before they said all this, did you have concerns that, they were going to get you over there and chop you up and throw you in the woods? And, did you have fear that, the people wouldn't like you? I mean, did you have that, or is that them? This is what we need to analyze and assess and come to good, true, rational decisions. I mean, a lot of the things that people have problems and troubles with in life and get all emotional and crazy is it comes from fear, and it comes from just irrational. Some people are just completely irrational and delusional. But when you sit down, you get quiet, and you learn how to concentrate, and you learn how to trust your inner self, your inner guide, your gut. You learn how to trust those things, and you focus on the positive and not the negative. Like I'm saying, yeah, all that bad, horrible stuff could happen, to you if you take that trip. But you can also, as you're leaving for the airport, get hit by a bus. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could trip and fall down the stairs in your own house and break your neck and die. And you could not, it could not happen. You know what I'm saying? So you guys, hope you all got something from that word. Hope you all will stay positive and like I say, realize when it's somebody else's stuff, and don't let it get on you and affect you. Their anger, their fear, their bad experiences and everything. Stay positive, stay alert, stay awake, stay logical, stay reasonable, and listen to your own self and your own gut, and learn how to separate reality from fantasy, So, hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys have the rest of a great week. And till the next video, we'll see you next time.